The smell that tricks the brain. Fresh bread smells like comfort, warm, soft, familiar. It feels safe. It feels human. It feels necessary. In America, bread is not just food. It is tradition. It is convenience. It is identity. But modern bread is not just bread anymore, because the moment fresh bread enters your mouth, your body reacts faster than you can think. Not emotionally, biologically. And that reaction begins in the brain. The brain. Why bread feels addictive. The first place bread hits is not your stomach, it's your brain. Fresh white bread breaks down into glucose almost instantly, faster than table sugar. Your brain reads this as a reward. Dopamine spikes, cravings activate, appetite control weakens. This is why one slice becomes two becomes four, and I'm full arrives too late. Over time, frequent bread consumption trains the brain to expect fast carbs for comfort, not nutrition, not balance, just relief. Blood sugar. The silent sugar surge. Once bread leaves the mouth, it enters the bloodstream like a flood. Refined bread causes rapid blood sugar spikes. Your pancreas responds by releasing insulin again and again and again. This constant insulin demand slowly dulls your cell's response. That is how insulin resistance begins. Not overnight, not dramatically, but silently. Fresh bread does not taste sweet, but inside your blood, it behaves like dessert. A gut. What bread does to your digestive system. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria. They decide how food affects you. Modern bread is low in fiber and high in rapidly digestible starch. This combination feeds the wrong microbes. Gas increases, bloating appears, inflammation rises. For sensitive individuals, gluten and additives irritate the gut lining. The result? Poor nutrient absorption, low energy, chronic digestive discomfort. Your stomach may feel full, but your body feels undernourished. Energy levels. Why bread makes you tired. Fresh bread gives quick energy, but it takes even faster. Blood sugar rises, insulin spikes, then comes the crash. This is why bread-heavy meals lead to afternoon fatigue, brain fog, sudden hunger, irritability. Your body swings from high to low instead of steady and controlled. This cycle repeats daily for millions of people, and they call it normal. The big question: is bread the enemy? Bread itself is not evil, but modern refined bread is engineered for speed, softness, and shelf life, not for human biology. Whole grain bread behaves differently. Fermented bread behaves differently. Traditional bread behaves differently. The problem is not bread. The problem is what bread has become. And the next organs to feel the impacts are the heart and the liver, the other organ that pays the hidden price. Your heart does not taste bread, it feels the aftermath. When refined bread repeatedly spikes blood sugar, it increases circulating insulin and triglycerides. Over time, this creates inflammation in blood vessels. Arteries become less flexible, plaque forms more easily, blood pressure begins to rise. This is why diets heavy in refined bread are consistently linked to higher cardiovascular risk. Not because bread is salty, not because it is fatty, but because it keeps the body locked in a cycle of metabolic stress. Your heart works harder, not during exercise, but after lunch. Weight gain. Why bread targets the waistline? Bread calories enter fast. They leave slow. Refined bread provides high energy with low satiety. That means you eat more before your brain receives the stop signal. Insulin then directs excess glucose into fat storage, especially around the abdomen. This is why bread-heavy diets are associated with visceral fat gain, not because bread is high in calories, but because it's low in control. Your body stores what it cannot immediately use, and bread arrives too fast to manage. Hormones. How bread disrupts hunger signals. Your appetite is governed by hormones. Leptin tells you you're full. Ghrelin tells you you're hungry. Frequent blood sugar spikes from bread confuse these signals. Leptin resistance develops. Ghrelin rises sooner than it should. The result? You feel hungry again even when your body has enough energy. This is not weakness, this is chemistry. Bread-heavy diets teach the body to ask for food before it needs inflammation, the low-grade fire inside the body. Inflammation does not always hurt. Sometimes it whispers. Refined bread contributes to chronic low-grade inflammation by increasing oxidative stress and insulin demand. This type of inflammation is linked to joint stiffness, brain fog, fatigue, accelerated aging. You may feel fine, but your body is constantly repairing damage. Energy spent repairing is energy not spent living. Scene 12. Mental clarity. Why bread affects focus and mood. Blood sugar instability affects the brain directly. Sharp rises bring short-term alertness. Sharp falls bring confusion, irritability, and anxiety. This roller coaster affects concentration, decision-making, and emotional stability. Many people mistake this for stress or burnout, but often it starts on the plate. Bread does not cause mood disorders, but it amplifies instability, the turning point. Not all bread is the same. This is where the conversation changes. Whole grain bread digests slower. Fermented bread lowers glycemic impact. Traditional sourdough feeds beneficial bacteria. Fiber matters. Processing matters, time matters. The problem is not bread. The problem is what bread has become, and the next organs to feel the impact are the heart and the liver. The skin. Why bread shows up on your face. Your skin reflects your internal chemistry. When fresh, refined bread spikes blood sugar, it increases a process called glycation. Glucose binds to collagen and elastin, the proteins that keep skin firm and elastic. Over time, this leads to premature wrinkles, dull skin tone, loss of elasticity, increased breakouts. High insulin levels also stimulate oil production, which explains why acne often worsens with bread-heavy diets. The skin does not age suddenly. It erodes quietly, and food accelerates the clock. Aging. How bread speeds up the body's clock. Aging is not just time. It is inflammation plus damage. Repeated glucose spikes increase oxidative stress, damaging cells faster than the body can repair them. This affects skin, blood vessels, brain cells, joint tissue. People who rely heavily on refined bread often age faster internally than they appear externally. You may look fine, but inside, repair systems are working overtime. A body that is always repairing is a body that is aging faster. Scene 17. Muscles. White bread alone does not build strength. Muscles require stable energy and protein. Fresh bread provides quick glucose, but very little structural nutrition. After the sugar crash, muscle recovery slows. Insulin spikes may drive calories into fat instead of muscle tissue when protein is insufficient. This is why bread-heavy diets can cause muscle fatigue, poor recovery, weak strength gains. Energy without structure does not build strength, it only burns fast. Scene 18. Fake energy versus real energy. Bread gives energy quickly, but it does not sustain it. True energy comes from fiber, protein, and healthy fats. Bread skips that system. You feel alert for a moment, then tired, then hungry again. This is not laziness. This is metabolic instability. Your body was designed for steady fuel, not constant correction. Scene 19. The immune system. The hidden costs of chronic spikes. The immune system depends on balance. Chronic insulin spikes and inflammation distract immune cells from their primary role. Instead of defending against viruses and bacteria, they're busy managing metabolic stress. Over time, this may lead to frequent illness, slow recovery, increased sensitivity. Food that constantly stresses the body weakens its defenses indirectly. Immunity is not just about vitamins, it is about calm. Scene 20. The joints. Why some bodies feel older than they are. Inflammation does not stay in one place. When blood sugar instability persists, inflammatory markers circulate through joints. This contributes to stiffness, discomfort, reduced mobility, especially in people with sedentary lifestyles. Joints do not hurt because of bread directly. They hurt because inflammation travels. Scene 21. The gut-brain connection. Why bread affects mood. Your gut communicates with your brain constantly. Poor gut balance caused by refined bread can reduce neurotransmitter production like serotonin. This affects mood, motivation, emotional stability. This is why some people feel low, anxious, or mentally drained after carb-heavy meals. The brain listens to the gut, and the gut remembers what you feed it. Scene 22. What the body is really asking for. Not less food, better signals. The body is not asking you to stop eating. It is asking for clarity, stable blood sugar, honest hunger signals, slow energy. When bread is chosen wisely, paired correctly, and eaten intentionally, it can fit. But when it dominates meals, it dominates consequences.